Is anyone in here? No, it's live, brother. Trying to make this work. Facebook's busted. I can't even post on it. So trying to use the live Patreon settings, but that's busted. Like I did everything they told me to do and it won't preview on Patreon. So I just threw the unlisted link. So this is an unlisted YouTube video. So still private. I deleted it and re-uploaded it several times trying to make it work. And Facebook's still broken. Broken for anyone else? Damn. Gangster. This is just like a hobo ass Facebook live stream. It's supposed to integrate with Twitch, but it ain't. Got the workarounds. Wayne, aka Dub Shep, Neil, Bigsby. Yeah. So kind of late, but I got something working. We can still interact. From G Hang. Again, the program that likes to scale my audio levels. Let's see here. That literally all the fucking settings it gives me. Test, 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 test. Come on, man. Adjust your audio level. Is this louder? Is this louder? Yo, is that better? Come on, don't auto scale me. Neil Gradamus. See, it's funny because like you get the control room settings here, but you don't get them on a normal Hangout. Normal Hangout constantly scales your audio, which is why the levels are so weird when we're doing our podcast live. But then I fix it in post for the actual podcast because it hijacks your mic sensitivity. So all my settings don't matter. It just goes quieter and quieter and quieter and quieter. But here on this, it gives me the old Hangout control panel so I can fucking hijack it back. It's annoying. That's why we tried Discord for a while, but Discord just audio is not as stable. So it's like, but since I'm the broadcaster and OBS hears my voice, it's getting fucking hijacked by Hangouts. So live, I sound quieter than the other guys, but when you hear the podcast on your way to work, it sounds fine. Makes me happy. So how about them new Chaos? The new Chaos Lord on a fake Fiend? Man, the price is right, and he's under 10 wounds. I'll give GW an over the pants hand job. Like instantly. Like that guy can work some magic for my decimators. If he's like, I don't know. I mean, he's got to be demon points. He's got to be demon prince stats and points, in my opinion. If he's 180 points, he's in my list. Like, The old +1 to hit for other demon engines. That seems good. Yeah, it's on GW's website right now. I mean, he looks cool as fuck, obviously. It's just he's got this rule where it's like friendly Legion demon engines +1 to hit, 6 inches. And he's got like a flip rule where bad guys within 6 inches are -1 to hit if their vehicles shooting demon engines or some shit like that. Like, so that one is like, oh, it could have been so good. But if he's 6 inches from bad guys, I'm sure he's dead. Knowing anything about chaos. They were trying to sell that Lord of Skulls. Yep, I saw that too, Bigsby. +1 to hit strong. Strong. That makes Decimator sitting on 2s rerolling 1s. I mean, that's real good. If he's 180 points, which I hope he is, I hope he's not 8 wounds, 180 points. I will make room in my list for him. Like, drop the tree, that's 80. Drop the fucking like I might even just drop that new sorcerer. I don't fucking know. I don't know if we need him. I mean, the 4 Invulnerable is good, but I think it's like Warp Charge 7. And what's with his like doubles or perils? That motherfucker's gonna die so quick. That motherfucker gonna die super quick. I get that Lord of Skulls. No. He makes Forge Fiends and Defilers slightly better. Pretty cool. I like that. I mean, he looks like a badass. Like he's a Warpsmith riding on like a demon engine. Like it's cool. But he's probably gonna suck. You know? He's probably not gonna be wanting anywhere near close combat. Or maybe he has a bunch of attacks. I don't know. Like I said, it really comes down to if he's over 10 wounds. That motherfucker is targetable. Useless. Useless AF. The new list I worked on last week, which I could show it to you, but I can't. The new list, 60 Plague Bearers, Piper, Scrivenger, Poxbringer, 1 unit of Nurglings. It's a battalion. And then the Vanguard Detachment, triple Defiler, double Decimator with C-Beam, and Lord and the new Demon Kid Sorcerer. And then we have enough points for a tree, the Nurgle Plague Tree, which does some interesting things for the list. It obviously makes the Plague Bearers real good. Like they can move 7, advance. They can still charge if they snake back. They get +1 to their charge for the banner. So they can do some fun things. And then they can fall back and charge again if you string it out right, which I like. The cover save part of it's not as easy to use because it's got to be entirely within. And it doesn't work on vehicles, but everything else does. So like fall back and move and shoot, that works on the Decimators. So like if you can kind of huddle around the tree and just start volley firing, and somebody hits you and like, oh, you're not going to shoot next turn, you can fall back and shoot still. It's a good synergy. And like I said, if this new demon guy is good and his points are right, I will try to get him in the list. +1 to hit, rerolling 1s. God, it'd be so good. Like versus all them Eldar flyers and shit like that. Like, instead of hitting on 5 rerolling ones, you hit on 4 rerolling ones. That's pretty good. Well, I'm looking at this chat. It hasn't moved in a minute. You guys still there? YouTube? Also means you can advance the decimators, like move advance because they're assault weapons. And then like the minus to hit doesn't really matter because you're still hitting on 3s. So if someone's like right on the range, sometimes you gotta move and advance them. Justin Calloway, what's up, man? So got some people here still. Yeah, we're having to do this ghetto because Facebook broke today. Hobo mode 10,000. I don't know. We're talking about the new Chaos Demon Engine Lord mount person. It's like a Warsmith on the back of a fake Fiend. It's got an auto cannon and like a Bale Flamer. They've leaked one of his abilities. Demon Engine's Legion around him, +1 to hit, and bad guys around him, -1 to hit. Pretty cool. We're just debating the viability. If he's sub 10 wounds, I like to see him 180 points. I like to see him 180 points, 8 wounds. Be a character. Because if he's literally just a Fiend guy who's an HQ, they're just giving up Headhunter all day or a day. Like, they're just like, well, let me just make this easy and kill him first. And if he is over 10 wounds, then they better make him good. Like, Fiend wounds plus HQ wounds. You know what I mean? They need like 12 wounds plus 4 wounds. He needs to be a 16 wound model. Just go all out. Yeah, Justin, he does. Like, I'll take him at 16 wounds. And honestly, the more wounds he has, the less points he's worth in actual gameplay as an HQ as a character. Like, the second he goes over 9 wounds, and he's in the I can be targeted world, instantly worth less points. Like, 5 wounds as a character is worth more points than 10 wounds or 11 wounds as a character. And if he's just like a Fiend, it could be good because the Fiend can have like Lasher tendrils, so like it's like 6 extra attacks, strength 6, and then like the punchy attacks, like 4 attacks or 3 attacks. And then if like the Warsmith gets to attack too, that could be cool. I mean, the dude could have a bunch of attacks. It might be a fun little threat. Like I said, still remains. Gotta be 180, gotta be sub 10. Gotta, and I will make a place for him on my list. Like, I'll probably just drop the Malefic Sorcerer or whatever, the Demon Kid Sorcerer, because like Curse Earth, that was it. He's kind of hard to use though. Like, he perils on doubles. Needs to roll at 7. When you go first, you don't get it, or when you go second, you don't get it. So like, I was not 100% in love with him. And if this guy, like I said, 180, right in the ballpark, sub 10 wounds, I read that at +1 to hit. I drop him and make points. Like, we drop that sorcerer, they got a 4 point. I think I already had a few points to spare in that list. Let me look at our new list. Because he's like 115. Is that his thing? Oh, I think my Lord. Excuse me. My Lord, I think, is on Jump Pack. Get rid of that. I'll make some points right now. Right, meow. But if I had to, I'd drop the tree. Oh, yeah, looks like we got some points. Got to be 180. Because he looks like a skinnier Malafine, so I'm hoping he's not just a straight up fucking dumb 12 wound dude. We're at 173. I could shave. I cut this guy. Cut the sorcerer. We're close. We're close. Let's just pretend he's Demon Prince point cost. That's what he needs to be. Put a Demon Prince in with wings. We're over. So we got to drop 33 points. We're close. Let's get rid of the Lord, the Sorcerer, the Lord jump pack. Let's just make him a Lord. The reroll ones. 14 points. I know where I'm going to get that from. We're going to reach into the Plague Bearer squads. Drop a dude from each squad. I think they're 7-point models. Yep. So each squad's 29 models. There we go. So if he's 180, he's in my list. Like I said, I'd rather have the DPS. I'd rather have the I know I'm hitting on 2 real ones versus the let's not roll under 7 to have 4 vulnerables. That's my prediction, though. If you make him a glorified Demon Prince in wounds and points all fucking day, this guy is sick. This guy's sick for a lot of reasons. You know, you might see other units come back for sure. But for decimators, for my purposes, fuck yeah. Decimator sitting on 2, that's a different damage multiplier. That's basically guaranteed hits, which are equal guaranteed mortal wounds, which says each decimator is good for like 8 mortal wounds, which means that you can reliably count on 24 mortal wounds from decimators. That's a huge number. I mean, that's like a lot of dead shit, man. You know, my favorite things to shoot out with decimators are actually infantry models. Like big units of infantry. Like I love it when there's like 10 hardcore, like a unit of 10 dudes chilling in cover or some shit. And they're just like, oh yeah, you know, 2 up saves, all 4 up invulnerables. I'm just like, get the F out of here. Like I used to run it with 4 decimators, Abaddon, so it's reroll all hits, and that was like GG, bro. I used to run it with obliterators, you know, like the jury's still out on running 2 obliterators, you know, but that's why I like to see, that's why we have the decimators. I mean, the contemptors. So the list right now, like I said, is currently, if this guy is viable, Sloppity, Scrivenger, and Poxbringer, and 2 squads of 29 Plague Bearers with a banner instrument and 1 unit Nerdling. So you have about 60 duders, 65 duders holding down the fort, right? These are -1 to hit. They get to move 7 inches, advance 7 inch, or advance. I think they get the advanced additional inches. Like when they roll morale, they roll 2 dice, pick the lowest. They roll the 1, they get D6 guys back. Plus, when they hit in close combat, when they roll 6s, they get another attack. Like, these guys are good at plague weapons, reroll all wounds. You can pop the fucking banner and do and do another additional damage. And if you have the Loki, which you will, that means anytime you roll a 6 to wound, it's another damage. So like, so these are gonna be like just, in the pocket 3-wound fucking plague bearers are fun and they're hard to fuck to kill. One squad you can warp surge, the other squad you can hit them with Miasma of Pestilence. So you can make one squad -2 to hit, 5 up, 5 up. One squad -1 to hit, 4 up, 5 up, 5 up. So real hard to interact with. And then we have the tree, the Nurgle tree, so we can stagger back, move, advance those extra inches, try to get a charge, fall back, charge again if we stagger it right. So real good stuff there. And then now we're talking about a Vanguard detachment with this new cat, Basic Lord, 3 Decimators, which are at least G choices with Soulburner Petards, and 2 Contemptor Dreadnoughts with C-Beams. That's the new tech that we're working on. 148 points, C-Beams. Put them in the corners. They hit on 2s. It's just 2 shots. Hit on 2s. For every 20, they start at strength 6, like neg 4. I think it's neg 4. Let me look at the app. It's like a las cannon or dark lance or some shit. Let's take a look. Contemptor, C-Beam. That's only neg 3, but that's still real good. So it's strength 6, neg 3, D3 damage, right? It's like 72-inch range. But for each 24 inches between the target and the shooter, strength goes up by 2, damage goes up by D3, right? So you set them in the corners, strength 8 or 10, 2D3, 3D3 damage. You each have 2, you hit on 2. So, that shit is like, it's las cannons. Like, it's like las cannon that if you do it right, it's a las cannon that always rolls a 5. You know what I mean? Like, it's pretty good. But it works really good against Horde, too, because it has this other rule where if it kills a model in the unit, for every model it kills in the unit, which is a maximum of 2 here, you get to roll, what is it? 2d6 additional strength 6 hits. So, like, if you shoot an orc unit, you pop 2 orcs, you get to roll 46 more hits at strength 6, no AP. Real good. So those guys, the Decimators, if they just download 24 mortal wounds on something, like let's say a Castellan, like it'll be closer to like 20 mortal wounds because they have a stratagem. And then maybe you can finish it off with the C-Beams. Be kind of interesting to see. At the very least, you knock it down to this last bracket, turn 1. So I'm interested in the list. I like it. I think it's pretty cool. Wish I had more points. Wish Decimators were stabilized in points. They used to be 160. That was too good. Now they're 210. That's a little expensive for a Dreadnought chassis with a Soul Burner. I'd like to see it I'd like to see him shape just even 200. Shave 10 points off. Played a lot of games with the Decimators. Won a lot of games with them. People don't see that coming. But I used to pair them with the Obliterators. They come in, the Obliterators drop. They kill anything. Mortarion, fucking Castellan Knight, fucking Baneblade, no matter what the fuck it had. Like the Obliterators, there could be play. Like with their new offense, you might have to just do it. Like if I played the Obliterators, I would play them Nurgle or Tzeentch. Nurgle with the tree and Cursed Earth, or Tzeentch with Weaver of Fates plus Cursed Earth, because that does make a tough unit. And then you're saying I'm not double shooting, but I do have 18 shots now. Tough unit. I have to think about it. With the tree, they're real nasty. You make them Nurgle. That means they can have +2 cover save, save a 2-up armor save with +2. So that means You have to have -3 for them to take a 3-up save. You have to have -3. You have to have AP3. And then they take a 3-up save. Like, that's pretty good. And if you have -4, then there's no reason to even take Cursed Earth. I guess for close combat. Like if you push into them on close combat. But with the tree, they're just super nasty. That could be pretty interesting. And they can fall back and shoot. But you're limited to the tree. That's the problem with that. They gotta do the Zeech one more. Just because, but the Zeech one has more fail rate. It's 2 fail rates. The tree, it is. You know, they both have pros and cons. In a perfect world, if you always get your second powers off, which is not real, Zeech ones, but tree. You know, we can all and we you know it's funny because the two decimators, I mean the two contended dreadnoughts are still cheaper than a squad of obliterators. Like in a squad of obliterators, the most amount of orcs they can kill, unless they're Slanesh, the most amount they can kill is 18. 18 orcs. And these guys are consistently together killing like 20 or so orcs with the C beam special ability. But, you know, I'm running it all Alpha Legion too for the -1 hit on the Dreadnought and the Contemptors. Unfortunately, Decimators don't count as Hellbrute or Dreadnought. But at least your 2 Decimators in the back corner with -1 hit. Just a lot of thinking. Also, update, I will be going to Adepticon. It was off the table before, but now it's back on the table. So I'll probably not plan anything because I didn't get signed up for anything. I emailed them about a wait list. I'll bring my Demon Prince list just in case. Worst case scenario, or maybe best case scenario, depending on how you look at it, we might just end up setting up for open game, open play, and just play some audience members and film it. Throw it up on YouTube or some shit. Could be cool. Bigsby, her mom's gonna be here that weekend, and she's gonna stay till Tuesday. So like, they're gonna do some stuff together. I'll come back early. I'll come back like Sunday afternoon, and then we'll have a whole day with her mom, and then she'll leave Tuesday, and then me and Bonnie will do something the following week. But she'll have a lot of stuff. Like she's the one who said I should go. Like I didn't push it. She was like, "Yeah, fuck it, you should go." No, I'll probably take her to get like a couples massage or something, and then maybe stay somewhere cool. I'll start about we haven't done our anniversary gift either. Like we just had dinner. But we were both had the flu, so we're talking about buying us a dope ass TV or like a fucking super sick bed because we need a new bed. So like we're like, what do we really want? Sick TV or bed? Like we might do both for a birthday and anniversary. Does anyone in here have one of those purple mattresses? I was looking at like the purple fat people one, like the purple 4, like the extreme one. It's like $2,500. Ridiculous. Gonna get financed. I was really interested in that one. Yeah, Bigsby. I was looking at either getting the memory foam or that, and then I watched a bunch of reviews, which pretty good reviews, but like it's funny because the purple mattress people, they're pretty persuasive. They're like they've already like $1 billion company, like they already made $1 billion with their new product, and it is like new proprietary, having to create uh like a mattress with this like rubber system to be that big to actually have something that can make one in one continuous piece, and what it's made out of. Pretty advanced, and they're like, yo, memory foam was invented in the '60s, guys. Like this is the new heat. And read some reviews about how it's like if you you move a lot, you shift a lot, and just sleep, and you're heavy. They have like a thick one for you, and they're like, yo, it's definitely you can't even compare it to memory foam. They're like next level. But they do have 100-day sleep trials, so I'm looking at like you gotta make investments in your sleep, shoes and beds. Those you gotta spend money on those. Can't fuck around. And it's supposed to stay real cool too, like it never gets hot. It's like neutral. Justin Calloway, I have the purple butt pad. It's okay. It's not game changing. I feel like now, like I feel like they need a for big guys like me. There needs to be a bigger one. It definitely is better than my chair, no doubt. But it's not as good as it was day one because I've definitely compacted it. And then I was concerned about that with the mattress, but they actually have tiers of mattresses, like and like the big one, the new one, like the purple four. It's like 3 times as thick, and it says like for people who weigh more than 250 pounds, they might want this one. I was like, oh, they just don't have one of those for the butt pad. The butt pad is like regular size people, which is like being heavy has always been my problem with chairs and beds. Like over time, I always crush one side of the bed. If I sleep on the same side of the bed always, like it forever is lower than this side, and bone age just starts to roll into me. Like just happens. And even if we flip it, now if we have to like flip it almost every other day to eliminate that. Like so it's like and I destroy but like the pads and chairs like sitting down all day. But life lesson. Don't buy a $400 bed and don't buy $30 sneakers. Yeah, invest in your feet and your back. Mm. But yeah, kind of got stonewalled by Facebook today. Can't use our stream software. We can't click around. We can't circle things. Can't screen share anything. I mean, I guess I can screen share this, but I can't do the same things. I have to like look. I can't do any of my Madden app stuff. I kind of like look at GW's website with you guys. Like, I think. Let me see. Oh, is it not in this? Oh, that's crazy. Where's the screen share? Oh, there it is. Let's try a new one. Yeah, Justin, if you're at least as heavy as me, I'm about 260. I definitely, if they had a thicker one, I'd get it. Yeah, Bigsby. GW didn't care about cultists because nobody was buying them. People were either like converting guardsmen or already had them. So they couldn't give a fuck. They wanted, honestly, I think GW wants to discourage you from playing with them so you buy other things. There we go. Lord of Discordant. See if we can make this work. There he is. You see, he's like a skinnier Mauler Fiend for sure. So he's definitely got mecha tendrils. He's got claws. He's got like a lashing tail for sure, like a maul gun maybe a poison weapon in there, or maybe that's the Bale Flamer. It's hard to tell. Oh, yeah, look, different weapon options right there. In the mouth looks like a flamer and like a syringe. It looks like it's an option for like maybe an ectoplasma and an autocannon, or maybe another Bale Flamer. Oh, cool. They showed one ages ago. What is? Oh wait, is this thing the Venom? What's the new Demon Engine? Is this thing just a clone of that? Can't see comments right now, by the way. Oh no, it's totally different. All right, good. Makes sense. I don't know, it looks dope. Let's need to drop those fucking rules so we can play it. Man, I woke up early today. I was expecting maintenance to come back. I said they were like, "What time you want us here tomorrow?" I was like, "I don't know, 10 a.m." They haven't showed up. It's fucking 3 p.m. Fucking awesome. Great work, guys. Glad I fucking pay all this rent. Yeah, the chaos units are sick, Bigsby, but like they're still not. I mean, they're trying to make Chaos Space Marines work. We need a total overhaul of the codex, not just these new units. Straight overhaul, man. Like we need Legion traits to be like as good as some of the chapter tactics. You know, like we need more spice sprinkled into our unit abilities. Right now, it's like, and then like we have a lot of good psychic powers, but then it's like, oh, everyone has a QXs versus us now because of sideboarding. It's like, fuck, you really don't want us to play this. So, whoops. I don't know. Demons are still real strong. But I mean, they say there's going to be a new book. They say that's on the horizon. Chaos Space Marines 2.0. Update the Legion rules. to be more in line with the power of chapter tactics. Make us less psychic dependent if you want us to survive in a post assassin sideboarding world. Also, here's a big one. Knight's real good. Renegade Knight's not real good. We need to get a Renegade Knight Codex. So we have some like house rules and some cool ass fucking stratagems too. We don't have any of that shit. So we gotta play demons. I mean, Death Guard is good. Thousand Suns are good. You can see though, those are like different Chaos Codexes though that are more modern. You know. But yeah, let me get out of here. I'm gonna go call my fucking maintenance crew or property management. See where the fuck these people are. See if I can get them in here before the podcast. I just gotta fix my sink. I've been able to use cold water in my sink for like 3 days. Yeah, I'll see you guys on the podcast tonight. Well, we don't use Facebook for that, so we'll be fine. Doing our thug dizzle. Waiting to see anyone who acknowledges that I'm leaving. Unfamiliar with the interface. Out.